Egg travels. So what is an egg?
Egg, reproductive cell that contains 23 pairs of chromosomes, half of someone's genetic makeup. First, a quick overview. Vagina, cervix, uterus, ovary, fallopian tube. A person with ovaries is born with around 2 million eggs. There is a set amount of eggs in the body that do not get reproduced daily like sperm. When a person with ovaries hits puberty, their ovary, or ovaries, releases an egg or a few eggs. Once the egg has left the ovary, it then moves through the fallopian tube. The fallopian tubes connect the ovaries to the uterus. Fallopian tubes are essentially tunnels where eggs travel through to get to the uterus. By the time the ovary has released an egg, the uterus has lined its walls. The lining is called endometrial lining. Endometrial lining is made out of blood and other nutrients that allow a fertilized egg to latch onto the uterus and potentially grow. Now, two things can happen here. Scenario 1. While traveling through the fallopian tube, the egg can meet a sperm and become fertilized. The fertilized egg will then move through the fallopian tube and eventually make its way into the uterus. The egg then attaches to the endometrial lining, which will provide nutrients to the egg to develop. The fertilized egg will live and develop in the uterus for 9 months. During those 9 months, the fertilized egg turns into a child and leaves the body vaginally or through C-section. Scenario 2. The ovary will release an egg and it'll travel through the fallopian tubes into the uterus. Since the egg isn't fertilized, it won't attach to the endometrial lining. If a fertilized egg does not latch on to the walls of the uterus, the body will get rid of the lining and the egg. This is not to be confused with a miscarriage. A miscarriage is when a fertilized egg fails to survive in the uterus. The body will then expel the fertilized egg and lots of blood will come out, more than period blood. The shedding of endometrial lining is what is commonly known as a period. Periods start when someone with ovaries hits puberty, which is usually around ages 8 to 16. Periods last 3 to 7 days, but can vary if on any type of hormonal birth control. This cycle repeats itself every 21 to 35 days until menopause, which happens around the age of 45 to 55.
So to wrap it up, let's go over what we learned today. 1. Where eggs are stored before they're released. 2. What happens if an egg is not fertilized. And 3. What happens if an egg is fertilized. Thanks for watching. If you want to learn more, make sure to check out our video about sperm.